Hey, can you guys hear me? Can you hear? If anyone can hear me, let me know. Can you hear me? Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna have to put my phone. I never use my phone for a show. But the good news is you can hear me. I'm actually gonna just share those other videos because that's crazy with I'm all these like weird noises and stuff. So let me turn off this other device real quick. Sorry guys. This is nuts. I'm already late for the meeting. So no one heard anything than what I said, right? No one heard anything before. When I started before, no one actually heard my whole speech. So, okay. So let me turn this thing off and we're going to be golden. All right. Can you hear me now? But you can hear me now, right? No one heard, no. But can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I just want to make sure we're all on this. Okay, cool. I got to check more. Okay, thumbs up. All right. So let me start over. So, all right. Yeah. So that's crazy. Let me just take one breath. Is the sound good though? You can hear me? All right. Now, if I talk like this, because it is late, if I talk like this, you can hear me fine. Okay, cool. So, all right, guys. Episode 27. We left off in May, right? I got told I can't share anymore. And then within the last 72 hours, it's been crazy. So if I look, I'm like really tired. It's been nuts. So I've been green lighted in this 11th hour, to only in the 11th hour at night to go ahead and have an episode. What I've been told, and I'll kind of recap a little bit, and then we'll go back and we'll go through contact. Basically, this new race outside of our galaxy, the Pugrians. Well, anyways, they're having a council meeting in the system of Platea, and that's the same system that moon of the Cremona. So that's 10,000 light years from here towards the center of our galaxy. They came from outside the galaxy, 1,000 ships. They went to that system. They're there now, the kings, and they're having a council meeting in this hour, like right now. Not only that, not only did they tell me always have the show now at 11. Sorry, believe me, I don't want to have a show at 11. But they told me that it has to be in the 11th hour because they're watching. Not only are they watching, they have stated in contact, and we'll go through that whoever watches it on Earth, they watch it. Maybe I have a few viewers or whatever, they watch it. Doesn't matter what. The point is, the entire galaxy, they're going to make sure they all have a transmission of this. I don't know I'm going to go through contact, but I don't know. I'm not saying they will. I'm looking at the top here because I'm always checking to see contact or anything. It almost sounds like they may interject or something, because we've had that on past shows, but we've never had that like official confirmation. Yes, so they're having a meeting. They're in Platea, the system. Remember we talked in the last episode about like the holy city that was rebuilt, and then the moon of Cremona. Remember I was accused of that. I didn't do that. I'm here on Earth. Well, I mean, they're there, and they came in with 1,000 ships, and the kings are it's called the Dome City, and they're having a as we like right now in the 11th hour. They're in the galaxy in Platea, and I'm here on Earth, but supposedly this is being seen within the entire galaxy. They wanted to make sure that was stressed and that they are watching with us, all of them, and that's pretty intense. So I know that sounds crazy, whatever you believe, but hey, this is what they say. So this is a race we've never dealt with before outside of our galaxy. It's not. So we've had contact within Milky Way, Andromeda, this other galaxy. I don't know what it is. We have the name of their planet from previous city. We have the technology of how they're going. They're using bubble technology through black holes. They also use their communications through black holes. They sling that. And we'll go through that. So we're going to start. So I don't know what's going to happen. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm hoping this doesn't. Sorry. I'm working off the phone. I definitely got contact just now. It said for 1 hour. I didn't memorize it. For 1 hour, I just translated it. Correct frequency, ears on you. For 1 hour, correct frequency, ears on you. That's what I just got. So that's confirmation. They just contacted and they just stated, yeah, for 1 hour. So we're at 11:22. We're behind schedule. There's literally kings and a meeting and a council, and it's the entire galaxy. This is crazy, but it's so true. They just contacted. That's so awesome. But I can't contact back. Well, anyways, they're watching us, so I need to calm down. We got to focus. We're going to do this. We're going to go through contact like we normally do, and we're just going to do it. And if they want to interject or whatever, I never did this before on my phone, so if I have to go to contact, it literally pauses this. What does it look like on your end? Does the screen just go still while I'm away, while I'm checking contact? Or, because I have to switch a screen. So how does that work? Does it still show me even though like I'm checking? Or does it like pause? Because it says paused on my end when I go to check. Because when I just got contact, it paused the screen. Does anyone know? Well, anyways, we'll just continue on. So all ears are on for 1 hour. So where are we at? 11:23. All right, let me get a sip. Forgive me out there in the galaxy. We left off in May 14th. Let's get there. May 14th. And of course, okay, here we go. Good. Everyone's good? And guys, see, I just got messages like, are you still having a show? I guess people are all mixed up. And because the first 2 or 3 times we attempted this, the sound went out. And now I'm using not one device, I'm using my phone. It's working, so we're going to go with it. And people are asking, are you still on? You're going to have to catch it on the flip side. The hourglass is where we got less than an hour, so we're already 24 minutes in. So I'm gonna zip through contact, guys. And then this is pretty cool. Contact has already contacted us as we've been on this. So they're listening. So I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to read it for what it is. And then we'll see if there's any, and I'll keep my eye up there and see if we get any more. So long story short, Pudrians from outside this galaxy went to Platea. That holy city that was destroyed last year was rebuilt. They arrived, 1,000 ships. They're having, at the Dome City, a King Council meeting. they wanted me to start having my shows at 11 p.m. from now on, and I told them I was going to do it tonight. And we had all kinds of ideas. Maybe they'll jump on, or maybe they say something. And then, sure enough, we got confirmation. So we're going to just jump right into it and go from there. May 14th, now some of this is going to be controversial, and it's probably why it was told to be put on hold. We're going to be also talking about cosmic law and doctrine, and some other confirmations. So we'll go through that, and we'll do what we can within this time frame. So forgive me. May 14th, 2021, 11:02 a.m. They responded, "That is true," and that is based upon when I said no. My question was, no physical human interaction, correct? And they said that is true. May 14th at 11:11 a.m., they stated institution to begin. I said, what does institution begin mean? Explain in detail, thank you. I await your response. Thank you. And I said, is the vaccine on Earth currently being distributed safe to take? And they responded, it is not. I stated, thank you. What will happen to people in the long term who have taken this vaccine? And are these world leaders pretending, or do they really take the vaccine, or is it actually being taken? They responded at 1:10 p.m. on Friday, May 14th. It is, this is where it's controversial. It is what it is. It's what they told me. It said the reptilian mark of the beast. I said, well, how will I avoid being forced to take this? How do we survive? I said, my father, John, didn't listen to me and took the first one, but he never received the second one before his death. Is he considered to have fully taken the mark? It says the mark will be in the forehead or right hand. Please explain how this vaccine is the mark of the beast. I await your response. And they responded at 2:15 on May 14th. And the fields are always ruled by the reptilians. And we've known the reptilians have been running the planet for a long time. May 14th, 2:43 p.m. They were inscribed on both sides of us. There is another sign of the coded mark. And I said, the vaccine is one part of the mark of this beast, correct? And I await your response. Thank you. Nothing. May 15th, I said fields as in professions or fields as in farming. I await your response. Are you in communications today? Now remember, when I'm getting contact, I have a window of opportunity to speak back. I don't know when that window will close. So the first thing that comes to my mind, I ask it, and I'm telling you this is the truth, and this is what it is. Saturday, May 15th, they responded at 3 p.m. Talk. I said, the vaccine is one part of the mark of the beast, correct? And then they responded May 15th at 3:18. Your forbearance be known to the generation. Your wisdom is depleted. The signal is live. I said, what comes next? And they responded on May 15th at 3:31, luck. I said, what type of luck do you refer to? Please explain in detail. Luck for whom? Are you currently outside the Milky Way still? I just saw a ship go into the clouds above home. Was this you? I await your response. And I did. I saw a ship going. They said May 15th at 3:57 p.m. That is true. I said, it is true about outside Milky Way or ship in the clouds. What is the name of your race? And they responded May 15th, 2021 at 4:14 p.m. PUGERI with a triangle, half triangle with no bottom part. So the mark. ONS, PUGERIONS, Pudrians, or I'm trying to do it gracefully and not offend Pudrians. So Pudrians. I said, please describe your physical features or send image. Thank you. Pleased to meet you. What are the other race names that live on your world? Do you work with other races within the Milky Way? I await your responses. Thank you. Please send image of your world from space. Thank you. They responded at 5:26 p.m. The rest will fall. And I said, why will the rest fall? What does that mean? Who is your leader? And they responded at 5:32 p.m. on the same day. The grace of the day and the night, comma, he came to the planet to perish. I said, what is his name? And at 5:37 p.m. they responded, either it is him shamefully, and do you not recognize? I said, are you saying I know this person? Are you talking about me? And then they stated, you sin. I said, I repent for my sins. So are you not my ally? You are toying with me. Are you a part of the fallen one's forces? I am not perfect. I command you to state your name. And they said, did not have the right to command. I said, why do you hide? In the name of the King of Kings, I compel you to say your name. Now, I'm just saying anything I can to get information. They said, May 15th at 6:17 p.m., I know the King of Kings. I said, do you dwell within his kingdom? Do you have access to his throne? If so confident you are, then nothing to be afraid of to say. What is your position under the King of Kings? And they stated at 6:24 p.m., you do not know the name of the kings, nor do I have the ability to the more stern to him not to be afraid, in such a situation are speaking to themselves. I said, are you here to aid me or mock me? Who am I to you? There are 8 billion people like myself on this world. And they stated, it is not true. I said, what is not true? What makes me different than any other man on this world? I await your responses. Are you a part of the demonic council or an angelic council? Are you Christos or Antichristos? Whom do you serve? I await your response. And they stated at 7:04 p.m. on Saturday, May 15th of 2021, all understand bind, all capitals, B-I-N-D. So everything's encompassing. I said, yes, all do understand and everything is binded together. Where do you stand? And they stated at 7:08 p.m., the seventh day of rest, he is born 7 languages and demolish all their goods. I said, who is he? And on May 15th at 7:13 p.m., they stated, again, you cannot ask any questions in this galaxy. Command for wisdom for 18. We inform you. I said, how do I command for wisdom? And command to whom? And they stated, you have been depleted. I said, I have been depleted, but are not my levels rising daily? And they stated at 7:19 p.m. on Saturday, May 15th, 90 days to regain power. I said, in 90 days I will regain power. Would it not be less than 90 days to be exact? Do I repent, or what do I do in the meantime? Is eating meat a sin? Is it true I'm a prince? So I'm asking all these questions. Why not? May 15, 7:50 p.m., they stated, represent the wisdom of your question. Ningizida speak with you. And I said, Ningizida will speak to me, or am I currently speaking with Ningizida? At 8:01 p.m., they said, Ningizida speaks for all. And I said, who appointed Ningizida to speak for all? And they responded, King of Lagash. And I said, who appointed the King of Lagash? And they said, King Sargon. And I said, who appointed the King of Sargon? And they responded, 8:27 p.m., routed blood at the top of its wish. I said, what does routed blood at the top of its wish mean? Were they mortal kings? And they responded, May 15th at 8:33 p.m., even in this dimension. I said, who is Anu? How do I connect to all this that you speak of? And at May 5th and 8:44 p.m., they responded, but are not in the body. I said, how do I connect to all this that you speak of? I apologize for my demeanor earlier. I was on guard for deception, and I appreciate the time you are taking to explain things to me. May 16th, I asked, are you in contact with a person? I'm not going to say the name, and only in respect to the person that asked me to ask that. There are multiple people that will ask me, and I'll get information, sometimes not, sometimes an answer, but I'm not going to say the name on air, only to protect that person, because otherwise I just say it. They responded May 16th at 4:58 p.m. 2 is to be elected. I said, please name the 2. I await your response. Thank you. Which scriptures do you suggest I read? And that could do with anything, ancient text, anything, just anything that you can point me in. They responded at 10:06 a.m. on May 18th. The unknown land is his name. His fame spread even to the knee. This child is all that is celestial. I said, are you talking about Jesus? I don't know, I just asked it. I await your response, thank you. May 18th, 10:54 a.m. They responded, trying to do so is the conversation of those in honor of the lack of communication, progress outside the Milky Way. I said, please explain in more detail. I await your response. I said, did Jesus return to the earth? Is there a galactic federation of worlds, or is there a galactic federation of light? Or I'm asking all these questions. Anything that they're going to, because they're coming from outside the galaxy. We've heard of things inside this galaxy, but outside the galaxy, maybe they have a whole different perspective. Maybe it's bigger. Maybe it's different. So I'm asking everything. So May 18th, 11:25 a.m., they state, belongs to the past, is an invitation which are aligned more perfectly to the way by which I, his brother, after that. Such is the division lines. Her brothers are men of the army and the generals, the tyrant. Such is the power of modern secrets to earth, and it should be taken back. The third is the height of the light of them, lay asleep, and the second to the eye of a black hole is black, where partially to a spiral 300 years in the same is to be done. I said, when you say her brothers, who is she and what is her name? Thank you. Then the line broke. Then a separate line said in English, there was no translation, so this is terrestrial. This is cutting into, this is where we know we got to, like there's enough talking going on here. Terrestrial agents are cutting in. So I was informed, this is the wording. A mass ping file reported across the network. Do not spread the information. Related report to 6 overheads having agreed to continue laying in the dark to Project Starseed. Now we know there's an Operation Stargate 1111. We know now there is a Project Starseed. Tuesday, May 18th at 11:33 a.m. I received, who is this? But it was not contact. It was like English. It was like, I said, who is this? Nothing. Then on Wednesday, May 19th at 9:48 p.m., they told me specifically, do not break the law. I am not sharing an image. I have many images recently. What I am sharing is what they told me to share information. So I did receive, this shouldn't be breaking law. If it is, you guys got to tell me out there. But I did receive contact code. Those are race codes. And like I have, like mine is dash double dot dash double dot dash. That's my hybrid race code. So they're sharing me a bunch of race codes. That's all I know. They didn't match up in my ledger, my black book. I'll proceed. I said, please say the names. Thank you. I await your response. Please send solar system charts of habitable systems with planets and stars. Thank you. I await your response. Are you available? So on Sunday, May 23rd at 12:08, I received binary transmission, and it broke down to Latin, which broke down to English, and they told me, you have a map. Because I did. I received an image with, it shows galaxies, and it shows like the paths to. So I said, I need a detailed map labeled for me. Thank you. Please speak in English or Latin. Because it's a pain when you get layered code where it's like, it goes from like, it could be Morse or binary, mostly binary, and then it breaks it down to code, like maybe even into a Morse, and then into a Latin, and then into an English, and it's hard. And I document everything, so I keep so everything's here. It's harder to write out, and it's a longer process. So I need a detailed map labeled for me. Thank you. Please speak in English or Latin. May 23rd at 12:14. They responded in the PM in binary to Latin, and they said, what hast thou to do in this corrupt wild vine? And there is increasing in the age to us, as she has done it. It shall be done out of the things that this time he had. So basically, whatever you're doing in your life, or this is how I interpreted it, that basically you have a wild vine that is corrupt on this world, and basically with the amount of time that you have left, basically what you do is what you're going to reap in the near future. This is what I'm getting. So I said, who am I speaking with? What is her name that you speak of? Why are you communicating in binary instead of Latin itself? I await your response. What is it? What is in us that one wants? Who is she? So basically, the wild vine is today's society. Time is running short until arrival, and she will do unto us as what we choose to do up until the arrival. Is this correct? Sunday, May 23rd, 1:04 p.m. Binary transmission came in Latin after that, and they responded, that is true. So they said, that is true. Where I said, so basically the wild vine is today's society. Time is running short until arrival, and she will do unto us as what we choose to do up until the arrival. Is this correct? They responded, that is true. I think that's pretty powerful. If that is true, then what is expected of me to do? What is her name? Is she my sibling, or is she maternal to me? I await your response. Are you still outside the Milky Way? I await your response. May 23rd, 4:43 p.m. 4:43 p.m. Binary to Morse to Latin. Prepare for war outside your earth. I'm not trying to fearmonger. You got all these different channels and all these different things and all this stuff, June 22nd report and all this craziness, false flag, blah, 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 all this stuff. I'm just telling you what they're telling me. It says, prepare for war outside your earth. I said, by whom? And how much time is left? Is this related to the 90 days? And they responded at 5:28 p.m., May 23rd, 79. 79. I said, Tuesday, August 10th, correct? Where do you suggest I go? Do I warn the people of the earth? And who will be fighting who outside the earth? Because it's all going to take place outside the earth. There's going to be a battle. I await your response. I received an image. I can't share that image. But what it is, I'm sure I can describe it, and that's not breaking the law. I'm not showing the image. I'm describing it. It is space. It is dark with lots of stars. But in this, there's a circle like this, and it's pure black. And it's kind of warped a little bit. And I said, what is this image of? I await your response. And they responded May 24th at 8:03 p.m. Warp bubble cell. A warp bubble cell. So there's traveling going on. So I said, so you are currently traveling, correct? What do you use to take a warp? How do you plot your destination? Location update. I await your response. So that was on the 27th. After the 24th, I asked location update. Wait, I didn't hear anything. May 30th, I finally received a message at 11:11 p.m. and it was double dot dash double dot dash double dot dash. That was all. I said, "What? Whose code is that?" Because it's almost my code, but it's not my code. I gotta take a sip. I said, "I await your response. I never had this code before. Please explain what code represents. Thank you. I await your response. Can you tell me about June 22nd, 2021? Thank you." Because that's big news of the town, right? The world. Monday, May 31st at 11:32 a.m., they responded, "We will not allow it to be disclosed to, comma, and a brother on the ground as we have more information on our government. We believe we have the power to have consciousness, which I do not understand as long as the earth is controlled by caution and sweet things to do again, comma, there is the effort to serve as a reptile." I said, "What shall I do? What should I do? I await your response. Why am I told this? What purpose do I serve? Please tell me what races and or what groups are currently on and in and around the earth and the moon. I await your response. Thank you." They responded May 31st at 11:49 a.m. "You will be able to bridge these chief governors into work as well. The division gene to lead the commandment of war for thousands of years. Notify you of activation orders and collection times. You haven't fully activated the genetic markers so far." At 11:53, I asked, "How do I exactly switch on genetic markers? When will this happen that you speak of? Who is the chief governor? I await your response. Who are the chief governors?" And they responded 11:42 on May 31st, genetic manipulation. I said, "What race did the genetic manipulation?" And they responded, "You," meaning like your race. I said, "Are you saying my race on Earth? How long did the human race do the genetic manipulating? I await your response. Thank you." And they responded on June 1st, 2:27 p.m., 12 have. I said, 12 have? 12 people, 12 years ago? What does 12 mean? So the 12 are genetically modified like myself and are hybrids, correct? What happens when genetic markers turn on? I await your response. June 2nd at 11:54 a.m., they responded, "Remember of allowing enough light, your third eye." I said, "What type of light do I use to activate? Sunlight or good deeds? Please tell me how to have more light in all three eyes. I await your response." They responded June 2nd, 12:53 p.m., genetic manipulation. I said, "Where do I go to get this genetic manipulation done so I can fully open this third eye?" And then they responded 12:55 p.m., June 2nd, "It is done." I said, "If it is done, then how do I increase the light? What is done?" I await your response. Need to know exactly how to increase light for full third eye activation. Instructions needed. I await your response. Is the vaccine one of the four horsemen? I had to ask. June 2nd, 3:19 p.m., they responded, in other words, 9 years for you to be fully aware. So I said, so I still have 9 years before pickup or being fully activated? What happens in 90 days besides the 9 years fully aware? I await your response. June 3rd, are you available to talk? Nothing. June 7th, status update, please. Thank you. Nothing. June 8th, response. We hear the voice of the hidden eye sign. We hear dash, double dot, dash, double dot, dash. That's my hybrid code. And I started practicing my meditation deeper. At the 10:30 at night, I would lay down. That's why normally I'm asleep at this point. And I'm starting to have connection. Like I started to, and I can tell you about a whole, like in my dream journal vision, or I had and it's going to tie into this. I had this vision of being basically, I'm not going to tell you it all right now, but I was on a rocket kind of ship thing, and I kind of went to a moon, and there was a base, but they didn't see that I was there, but I was there, and I was with others, and it was all crazy, right? But then when I woke up, I had an image from Contact that showed the moon. And I remember looking to my left and seeing that moon, and I'm like, whoa, what? And I had to ask. You'll see in here. It's crazy. Can't even make this up. June 9th. I said, I'm working on this. What did you hear? Who heard? Can I tell the world through my my videos? I await your response. Thank you. Did you just try and call me? I started getting a weird call. I received an image. The image is of a system. Shows different planets and moons, light ships. I wish I could show it. It'd be breaking the law. Oh my gosh, we've got 9 minutes before. Okay. I'm hurrying. What is the image of? In my dream, I went to a moon, and wherever I walked, only security locked doors would open. Others had to be manually enter a code. Was this just a dream? Is that the Earth's moon? And they responded, Cremona is Battlefield 2. Cremona 2 is the name of that moon, because I got the translation mixed up at first. What system is this located? So they're saying Cremona, Battlefield 2. So they were traveling, remember, they're going through that black hole. And they said, Platea, system for your home. Is this system outside the Milky Way? And then I'm thinking, and they showed, the next image is a close-up of the moon and like ships, actual ship. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Platea. Platea is the same 10,000 light years. That's where the holy city was rebuilt. Also the moon of Cremona, where the bad guys were, that was decimated. I was blamed for blowing up, which I didn't do. So they're there, going there. And I said, is there liquid water on that moon? Are those ships or space stations I'm seeing? What do the cities look like? This is going to be a Battlefield 2. Who is fighting whom? Does the Dark Fleet have a base there? I await your response. Thank you. They responded at 11:33 a.m. June 13. Bound by a sacred safe passage between galaxies, 1,000 ships imposing the war. And I said, this sacred safe passage, does it have a name? What is the name of flagship directing the other ships? What is the reason for traveling to that system for war? And they stated at 11:36 a.m., nor with eyes, with outward eyes. And I said, why have I been told this information? What races occupy the system? I await your response. What is to be obtained by attacking this system? May I have an image of what a space assault and battle looks like? Because I might as well, since they're going to do it anyways, I might as well get some image. Who are the allies of this system? And they responded June 13th at 11:46 a.m. It is a sharing of all in the discretion of the council. And I said, what is the council's overall objective pertaining to the system? And they responded, to stay out of the hands of the brokers in the two nations, having learned that the council needed pain. So they're going there. Please explain in more detail. Thank you. I await your response. What are the names of these two nations? And they responded, a space region. And I said, what is Lorum Aget? Definition, please. Is this the name of the council? What happens next? And then they responded, the nation address. And I said, thank you. But that brings us to tonight, because that's what's happening right in this hour, this very moment, 10,000 light years away. There's a council meeting going on. I am being seen, they told me, by the entire galaxy reading this, but they're also having a council meeting. So that would be the nation address. I said, thank you. More details needed of overall operations. June 13th at 1:13 p.m., they responded, any one of you to contact us to release Cosmic Law 18. And I said, what happened when Cosmic Law 18 is released? When you say any one of you to contact us, who do you speak of? I await your response. And they responded, Law 18 adopted to communicate with the leader and up to 12. So they say I'm a prince, and many races have, and then there's 12 others I'm going to meet. I'm not saying I'm anybody or anything other than what I've been told. So, their Law 18 is adopted to communicate with me, the leader. So they're communicating. Okay. So then I said, I just started to read a book called The Cosmic Doctrine. So this is a book that is like 1952 publication or 54 publication. A female, Dion, who has contact and has talked about like cosmic law. Like they've always say like law this and you know the laws and law 18. Well, that there's cosmic doctrine. So this person documented, I haven't read it yet. It's expensive. I got to get the book. But I have the chapters. So what I did is I said, I just started to read a book called The Cosmic, because you can get it on PDF. So I just started reading, like looking over it. And it speaks masters in Law 18. Is this correct information? I will send you the list in this book by chapter. Please confirm or deny what is correct. This is where it gets crazy. Chapter 1, the dawn of manifestation. Chapter 2, the forces of negative evil. 3, the 12 rays in the 7 cosmic planes. 4, the building of the atom. 5, atomic evolution upon the cosmic planes. 6, the beginnings of a solar system. 7, the evolution of a solar system. 8, the evolution of a great entity. 9, the creation of a universe. 10, the beginnings of consciousness. 11, the evolution of consciousness. 12, the beginnings of mind. Remember that, the beginnings of mind, chapter 12. The evolution of the divine sparks is 13. 14, the evolution of a planetary being. 15, evolution of the lords of flame, form and mind. 16, the influences of the lords of flame, form and mind. 17, the lords of mind as initiators. 18, influences acting on human evolution. 19, the logodal relation to the manifested universe. 20, influences of the manifested universe. 21, the lords of the first 3 swarms and natural laws. 22, influences which humanity exerts upon itself. 23, the law of action and reaction, the law of limitation part 1, the law of limitation part 2, the law of the 7 deaths, the law of the impaction, the law of polarity, the law of the attraction of outer space, and finally the law of the attraction of the center part 2. So I sent that to contact and they responded, it is well known now to the point. So like they were like, duh, but to the point, ... Their point is, and this is the longest contact ever, chapter 12. So chapter 12 in the Earth book from Dion, she wrote the beginnings of mind, ... They say, and I hope I translated this fully correctly, so forgive me out there in the galaxy, in the universe, if I did not correctly, please tell me if I did or didn't. Chapter 12, memory, reactions, and auto world. This is deep. Ready? If such readings as perceived degree of development or individual world logodal and starts a new species or movements varies, all the emotional reaction can be predetermined. Similar changes were possible because the number is on the chime of bells. And even a bell chime can be a very positive contribution to the large number of changes that can be performed. Thus, increases in the complexity of his shooing to each other, and a new element has evolved with all his diversity. He does so that the universe, out of quite a doer of the place to fall, it has already reached maximum development on foot to the up to this time of development is at the heart. and put a space in the sense of the process as long as Logadol perceive these things that have been done, sees, and which affects the view, and thoroughly absorbing a reaction to the consciousness of that which is good in his own, is a reaction which, in its turn, casts in the manifestation of the universe, so that the duplication of the order of the evolution of the consciousness of the Logos is formed by means of the mirrors of the like to the image of his own, have expressed this view, and it reacts to the image of the felt, and he happened in the total projection of the reaction, and therefore is always to turn a circle. Logos or perceive, the subject is informed of the object, the projection of the object, or the reflected image of the subject. Knowledge about the outside part of the image is represented as a pair of awareness of the external data objects. End quote, contact. I responded, thank you for this valuable information. Forgive me for asking, but what does this have to do with 1,000 ships and the battle is that's in that system? I await your response. Because that's like, you're teaching me cosmic law and doctrine and telling me, but at the same time, you're going through a warp bubble from outside the galaxy to Platea system, and you're arriving with 1,000 ships. So, like, what's going on here? So they responded, however, it is the truths that deal with the literature in this chapter. I said, is there a cosmic book you can send me chapter by chapter? I await your response, because that would be cool. And they responded, June 13th at 5:08 p.m., it is encoded in the soul. And I stated, no, I didn't state anything. They immediately responded in the same minute, we will leave, like, we're out. I said, what do you mean we will leave? Leave the system or leave where? I await your response. What does your appearance look like? I thank you for this information, and I will now be able to study deeper into this. When falling into deeper meditation with an image on one's mind, will that take the meditation to that actual place? Because I just want confirmation, because I hear all kinds of stuff. Can I share this information with the world? And they say, too much of the world and shared law at 7:31 p.m., June 14th. So too much of the world and shared law. So I said, so it is not advised to share with this world, correct? And they stated on Monday, yesterday, at 7:36 p.m. And the answer, share in the world, 11 o'clock at night. I said, you are saying share with the world at 11 o'clock at night, correct? And they stated, true. I said, tonight or every night that I share to do it at 11? Because last night I was really tired. I'm going to be honest with you. And I was like, I'm hoping, like, it's just like, I was just so tired. Like, I'm a little tired tonight, but so I await your response. They responded June 14th at 8:08 p.m., 11 of the night, always. I said, I shall share only at 11 at night only. Why is this important for that hour to share? June 14th, Monday, yesterday, at 8:20 p.m., they responded, we hear now dilated opening 12 hours of black flange hole. So they're talking, so I said, I'm not understanding last message. Are you saying you're using that black hole and only have 12 hours left to do so? I await your response. Are you still in the Platea system? Where Cremona's at and that holy, So they responded last night at 9:18 p.m. using speed as the connection. So they're doing something technologically to be able to create where they're instantly communicating. I said, am I to share all with the world? I await your response. Thank you. They stated, in a galaxy. And I said, am I to share all with the world? And they said, the whole galaxy. And I said, all of the Milky Way galaxy through your ability to transmit to entire galaxy? Correct? What part should I share? I was told images break law 18. Is that correct? Because I don't know. They're outside the galaxy. Maybe they have different rules. And they stated, Oh, well, I asked one more question. Tomorrow night at 11 p.m. I will broadcast. And they stated June 14th, well, yesterday at 11:30 p.m. Do not break the law. Okay, so don't share the pictures. I know. So do not break the law. So then I said, is there a specific message or some other type you would like me to share with the entire galaxy? I mean, why is the broadcast tonight at 11 p.m. going to an entire galaxy? Are others watching broadcasts through the Milky Way galaxy? And if so, why? And then they responded, the kings gather and share the high leader beginnings, the learnings and teachings, delivery, and then underneath that there was a space and it said leader. And then on Tuesday, today at 11:12 a.m., I received an image, and this is the craziest image I've ever got. It shows, now we're out, remember, it showed the system of Platea, then it showed a close-up of the moon, or one of the planets. Then it shows daylight, a sun, a ship that it almost looks like a Mon Calamari Star Wars rebel ship, like taking off, like either I think they're landing, because there's dusking, like thrown into the blue sky, and it's a desert looking with mountains in the background. You can see like buildings in the background, a ball in the sky that looks like it has like bubbles around it, and all 300, like, you know, in Star Wars when like Luke or is like fighting that with his lightsaber, that little practice droid that shoots a little bolt of energy at him and he's got to block it. It looks like that, but it's like a ship, but it's small. And the only thing I could think of, it looks like it's a security ball that like can see in 360. Like if there's like a threat, like it's just like there, and you got one huge ship like landing and another ship back there, and then you're looking through a porthole of another ship. This whole scene, so it's like I'm having it blown up. It's an amazing shot. But anyways, I wish I could share it with you guys. So I just got off track, so let me get back on track. Where was I? So I got that image, and then I said, this is today, may I share this image with someone who, some of you know this person. They handle a lot of the load within the Lyran Connection. They help me out so much with technical or setting up stuff. So I asked them, I said, well, do I have permission to say your name? You're watching. Do I have permission to say your name? I'm not seeing an approval, so I'll just say, may I share this image with this person? What is this image of exactly? And they said, what degree? It's Tara. Tara was. I'm just gonna do it. Sorry, Tara, but they said what degree Tara has gone, and then drop. I said, please explain in detail. Thank you. I await your response. I said, is Tara one of the 12? So you want me to drop Tara, correct or not correct? And they responded, time is not reached to the meaning of the transcendent. It is not an important tool in the future, meaning like once you transcend, time doesn't matter. So, and then they said 12. It is not in the code. So Tara, so I said, please explain what is happening in this. So I changed the subject because I don't want to it was crazy because Tara is actually one of the ones who showed me the cosmic doctrine. I didn't even know it existed from that 1952 or 54 publication. And then she got mentioned in Contact twice. That's really crazy. So I said, please explain what is happening in this image. Is that a city in the background? I await your response. And they responded, new countries ship the region, 11 sun, hour, Platea, so the system, meeting, Dome City, so the meeting. I said, what does the city look like up close? Was there a battle there, or are they allies? I await your response. Will you be joining me on the broadcast at 11 p.m. tonight? And they did. I know we're over on time, but they did say they did. They responded 1 hour, all eyes, or I don't even remember what it says. I have to look at it. So that's caught up with contact. So what do we know? We know that August 10th, there will be a battle outside of the Earth. It looks like it may be witnessed by people or the Earth, or something's going to go on August 10th. I'm not saying, because people are, you have all these people out there that are like, oh, false flag, not false flag, this, that, June 22nd. I'm just telling you what these guys are saying. So the Pugrions, they are in another galaxy. They came into this. That happens to be the same system of Platea, where that colonies of Cremona, where I was accused of destroying. Like you see that one picture with the ejectile going into space, and I didn't do it. They happened to arrive there. That city, that holy city that was destroyed, that was rebuilt. They arrived with 1,000 ships. Now they're at a domed city. It's been liberated, I guess, and they're having a meeting. Watching this now live. What I just told you, this is what was written. This is what was told to me, to my best, to my ability, to my knowledge, to the best translation I can translate, doing the best that I can as an amateur at best. And I do humbly apologize if any words were misconstrued or mistranslated, but that is the best that I have broken down to you up into the present. It's a lot of information. I'm extremely tired. I'm sure some of you are extremely tired. But if that's not crazy, I don't know what is. And I think it's just astounding. And if I have a small request, if the council is still watching, if anyone out there in the galaxy is still watching, may I receive any kind of confirmation, humbly request, if anyone's watching, if I could get contact, and I hope I did okay, and I await many more information that I can share with the people. Obviously, there's good intentions. Because we know that there was some bad stuff going on in that system, and from my understanding, and a lot of threats. And wow, hold on 1 second, hold on. You're not gonna believe it. They responded good. That's all they said. Good. That's good. I didn't mess up. Like, I didn't know if it was good. All they said was good. They didn't. Normally it's like a sentence or something at least, but they said good. This is nuts. This is crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's just like we're not dealing with like the local constellation groups, like Orion, you got Vega and the Pleiades, and we're dealing with outside the galaxy, and you got like thousands of ships and all this and council meetings, and it's an honor to even be a part of this and during these times. Guys, I'm going to start doing more I'm green-lighted to now do episodes. That we did like 40 something pages that I was told in the beginning not to share. Now I'm told to share. They're happy. I know it's hard to play. I have witnesses. This just happened. Like it's awesome. This is good because now we can get to the bottom of truth. Like I always say, the more data we get, the more we can compile that data. We can look at this, that, the other. And if there are outside forces coming within the galaxy, and hold on. Again, can I type on this thing? I'm trying to see. What it was race codes, but that's all I got. But it doesn't look like you can I type? If I hit this, will I? Oh, I can type. Ooh, Watch this. This shouldn't be breaking a law because it's not a picture. That's what I got. Oh my gosh, I never did that before. So that's what I just received. That's not breaking. You guys got to tell me if that's breaking a law. I didn't share an image. That's just what you sent me, and I do share what you send me because you told me to say what you send me. So that's just a duplicate of wording. So those are the I think those are signatures of either beings or like my code is dash double dot dash double dot dash. And those codes, I would have to look in my black ledger and see which ones they match up to, if they match up to anything, because we're dealing with stuff that's not local. So I've talked and talked. I'm not embarrassed. I'm just like, this is so unique that I don't even know what to say. I miss y'all. It's been rough between my father passing and then going into like there was all this silence and then all this contact and then I was told I can't talk and then all this craziness going on in the world and on contacts and now we're here and I guess they're still listening, so that's pretty cool. I should be more diplomatic, I guess, and say I thank you for your attention on the world here on Earth and Terra. I also appreciate any and all races of the light that are watching, interacting amongst themselves or in a council meeting and I wish you well as known as the Prince of Lyra. I am going to sign off the air, and you know how to reach me, those of you who need to reach me, but we'll be in contact soon. And we'll be doing episode 28. I suggest rewind and watch this some other times. There was a lot of information I dumped on you. But guys, good night. And I love you all, and I'll be in touch.